No, never quit. Keep the faith and always say, I can.
Oh, yes, San Antonio talking about never. Never. Always say I can. Never say no, never say can't do it. On the line with me right now, all the way in Houston, Texas, we have the man himself who wrote that song. We're talking about none other than Mr. Bert Cross. Good morning, sir.
Good morning to you, sir.
Oh, Brother Bert, you are doing it. You're a professor in, I don't know how you do it. You're a professor in Washington, D.C. at the university, and you live in Houston. You've come such a long way.
Yes, sir.
But you've never said no. You've always kept the faith.
Yes.
Well, listen, we're going to jump right into this. You've recently wrote a book. Tell us about the book that you wrote.
Well, first of all, I want to say good morning to everybody out there in Radio Land and to all of the listeners. I want to let you know it's a privilege to be on your show today. And I'm honored to be able to talk about the book. The name of the book is They Speak to Me. And it is talking about voices in the past, from either from our elders, our grandparents, or our ancestors, but it was talking about wisdom. And I found out by being a university professor, how important education is. Knowledge is power. And because I'm in a doctoral degree, something came up to me about why are we as black people in the shape that we're in? And of course I could be here all day talking about it. I'm going to try to be concise. The book is about things that speak to me. One of the problems we have, I noticed that in 1964, Martin Luther King, when they had the march on Washington, the agenda was give us jobs, and we want to be equal. We was fighting for equality. I noticed that the march 20 years later was give us jobs, we want to be equal. And I noticed here in 2016, everybody was talking, especially in the black community, that is the community that I am concerned about. They were saying, give us jobs, we want to be equal. Well, it don't look like we're going to never be equal. I saw a sign on the when I was doing research for black history, and I saw a sign that says, no niggers, no Jews, and no dogs.
Ooh.
Well, at least one time, at this time, we can tell 50 years later that the Jews seem to have taken over. They have got their own communities, their own money. They're not discriminated against in this country. They seem to run a lot of stuff. And I don't even have to begin to tell you about the laws that they have in place for dogs. You can't kill one, if you can't mistreat one, and look at the billion-dollar industry that has come up to just address dogs. But here we are as black people. In 2016, they were shooting us down in the street.
Come on.
And here we are. We don't even have a clue of what's going on. We want to go and march, but you don't understand the powers that be do not care anything about us marching because it's going to be the other side that gets the money. So if somebody shoots one of us and kills us and we march and we burn down our own neighborhoods and we start making our own neighborhoods crime, victims or communities of crime, they don't care. Instead of them putting the money into the neighborhood, they'll put more money into the prison. They'll put more money into the police department and the military forces. They put the money to the other side. So while we're marching, they put money on the other side so the police can have the best riot gear, they can have grenades, they can now have tanks. So we as black people, we're not thinking, we're not playing the game. The powers that be are playing a game of chess, and we're playing a game of checkers.
Come on.
We've been trying to look to him. We keep saying we want to be equal to you. I don't think that the black man should be equal to the white man. I think the black man should be everything that he could be before there was a slavery trade in 16. I think we need to go back to being entrepreneurs and kings and queens and having our own communities. That is what the book is about, is to raise the black consciousness. We need to stop making the powers that be our standard. The white man is not many white people are not our enemy. So this is not a white-black enemy type thing. I'm just trying to get you to see that some of our enemies and the people that control the power, they just happen to be white. And there is racism in this country, and that is the faction that I'm talking about. We as black people, we need to raise our consciousness to understand that this is a game. If we're going to survive, we have got to not play this game. We're going to have to build up our neighborhoods. We're going to have to start buying black. We're going to have to start educating our own children. We're going to have to start letting them know that, listen, like the Bible said, as slaves look to the hands of their masters, we cannot continue to keep looking and say, give us a job. And we need to start looking to God. And the God is the only hope for the black man. And now in 2017, it looks like I have never seen so many black people that are atheists. They're weak and watered down in these churches. They're sitting up in these four corners of these churches. They're not going out into the world. They're not even taking over their own children. You see children sitting up in churches now with Game Boys and looking at movies with headphones right in the black church. And then all of a sudden, when you go to that black church, you see billions of dollars that leave out of the black church on Sunday morning to go into the banks on Monday morning, and you don't see the majority of the banks out there are not black. So you can see that we're killing our own neighborhood. For, what is it, $3 billion in heroin last year, and you think about it, $3 billion in half year, $3 billion in heroin, and guess what? Black people are the biggest consumers of that, but they only own 3%. Since the Reconstruction, way back, or the Emancipation, black people own less than 1% of the national wealth. 1%. Here it is, 2017, even with all of the athletes making all of this money, the movie stars, the rappers, with all of the black wealth that we have, it's still less than 1%. We need to wake up.
You know, you are a man that really speaks from experience. You've been, God has blessed you. You sung with the best, the late Mattie Moss Clark, and you've played and sung, and you've done an awful lot. But there's been times in your life when the storm came down on you, where you couldn't even find a job. Now you're talking about black folks. You know, many people give up. Many people turn to other areas because of that. Things aren't working out. But when things didn't work out your way, you never gave up, and your wife never gave up on you.
No.
But
she never gave up. We've been together for 30 years. We even homeschooled our children. And I do want to let you know that homeschooling works, especially if you get the right curriculum. That means that we call ourselves trying to protect our child. A lot of the people, we were under attack from other black people. Why do you want to homeschool your kids? You think your kids is better than everybody else? No, our kids wasn't better than everybody else. And they would say, well, why did you do that? You think your kids you can't protect them, from everything. And I said, we're not trying to protect them from everything. We're trying to protect them from everything that we can. Because we knew that most people are indoctrinated into the educational system.
Come on.
And when you just sat there and said our people, they were talking about they wanted jobs. And yes, I did go for a whole year. You spend all of your time and your energy at Texas Southern University. You give them almost 80 hours a week. Everything I was doing, I was bringing in. I bought into that system. They said, just keep working and work hard. It will pay off. No, it's not. Because what happens is you become a slave, and if they can get it for just a little bit of money, dang on the carrot in front of you, that, if you keep working, eventually you'll move up. I found that to be among my own people, that the harder you work, sometimes you don't move up. They use you as a slave. And so now I'm beginning to see that, especially with the black-white situation we have here, especially with the white supremacy groups that's controlling everything. They have the power, and they keep dangling this thing. All right, if you get an education and go to school, we will accept you. Well, I want to tell you something, James. Last year, the majority of those people were killed. They had education. Martin Luther King had an education. Michael X had an education. So education is not stopping us from being killed, and it's not stopping us from being systematically held back, the prejudice or the racism that goes. Education doesn't have anything to do with it. Education is called misindoctrination, because what they're doing, they're educating us the way they want us to do, so we can continue to populate the workforce. Black people need to wake up. Look at our neighborhoods. They're jacked up. And like you forget, Donald Trump said it when he was on his campaign speech. What do you have to lose? He sat there and identified all the problems with the black neighborhood, but I really wish I could have responded to him to ask him, why are they like that in the black neighborhood? So all I'm saying that this book is talking about, we need to change the way we think. If we don't change the way we think, ain't nothing going to change. We're going to go into the millennium. If the Lord lets us go that far, we're going to continue to be second-class citizens. And all you have to do is just go read the Dred Scott decision and find out what they said in that document. And when that document said, we the people, it wasn't talking about we, the people in this country. It was talking about we, the white people, because there was another separate document talking about slaves and black descendants. So we got to understand, God is our only hope. And with that comes education. And all by getting is understanding. The last page in my book, it says, you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. Being in a doctoral program, I've come up with a system that helps me to think about a problem or an issue from both sides. If the Bible says and says, if you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free, what it's also saying, if you don't know the truth, you won't never be free. So we probably need to start looking at the opposite, because what they're doing now, they're feeding us a bunch of misinformation. They're calling it education, but it's misinformation. I'm in the music field, and here I am. God has blessed me to work in the music, and all I've ever wanted to do was work in the black church. And all of a sudden, I have to go to college, though, to get a Western civilization music degree, and then they've got to confer it upon me. They've got to sit there and say, we authorize you now to go teach music into the black school to other black children, the music of the Europeans. Well, okay, we're black people. That is not our music. We brought jazz over here, y'all stole that. We brought blues over here, you stole that. And now you're beginning to start, you're taking the gospel music now, because you're the one that puts the textbooks in it. There's white writers that says what they want to say about black music. So even we as educators, we're set to playing the same game, and I have said it's enough. I'm changing personally some things in my life. I have started my own business. And I'm telling you what, and I just wanted to make sure that I would sound the trumpet, James, and let black people know we need to wake up.
San Antonio, global listeners, we're talking to Mr. Bert Cross himself. Yes, Mr. Bert Cross II. Want you to know, he ain't playing no more.
No.
Telling it like it is. Right here on KROV FM. Mr. Cross, we have a few more minutes. Give us words of direction, if you will, and how to turn our lives around to move ahead.
Okay, first of all, James, man, I don't even know where to begin. We don't have enough time. Let me just say the first thing that we need to do. First of all, black people are going to have to go back into and have a relationship with God.
Come on.
When I came up as a kid, everybody at least had a God conscience. Even if they wasn't going to church, they respected men of God, they respected the church. They just had a God conscience. This generation, the last two generations, don't have a God conscience. So that's the first thing. You don't understand. The only thing that the black man had when they was lecturing us, and when we was in the cotton fields, when we were doing all that stuff, and from the slaves, from 1800s and 1900s, you don't understand. When somebody killed us, we had to go to the church. We cried out to God. We were the only people that had, the only places we had to go was to God. When we had the rallies, we went to the church. When we had anytime we had to meet, we went to the church. The prayer meetings was at church. It was just a black neighborhood. It was just God, 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 God. And if they killed us, we would say, oh God. We would sing songs about it. We would go to church. That's what the funeral was for. Everything was God, 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 God. Now it is money, 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 money. My job, big screen television in every room. All the children with telephones. They can now walk into places that we couldn't walk into when we were kids. You get what I'm saying? So the first thing we need to do is have a real relationship, and I'm talking about a relationship, not being having your name on the membership of some church. That is a different thing. That's a membership. We need a relationship with God where you can call on God. That means that God will answer you because He knows you. It is not a social club. It is our life. We have left that. And if you think about it, Brother James, you look in the Bible, Israel had the same problem. Every time God would do something mighty for them, the people would backslide and do something else. Well, it seems like we're in a backsliding condition right now, and we need to wake up. The second thing is we got to understand is we need to take more responsibility for our education. The reason why we're the biggest consumers in my book, I don't know what page that's on, but it says we've got, I put it in on one of the boards, it says it's fine. I said, congratulations, we have finally got first place at something. And I put in there the consumers that we are. Most of us are living from paycheck to paycheck. We don't have 6 months of disposable income. I can see people walking around with $2,000 rims on, but they don't have a savings account. You got to understand, most people got to borrow something every time they get into a situation. You think about it, we're just consumers. We buy the latest tennis shoe, the latest athletic gear, chains and stuff, and it's weed and it's all the makeup that they said you need to have. We're putting billions of dollars into Korean and Japanese tennis shoes, whoever is over the nail shops and stuff. It's absolutely amazing how did we get like this and nobody is saying anything. Everybody just seems to keep going on. Look at what's happening with Colin Kaepernick. Just because he decided to not stand up to a song that was written by a slave owner about the death of our people, you think that he would have everybody in the NFL that's black standing with him because they are black. And if they get caught on the wrong night, wrong time, they could be shot dead. The only problem is that they have been miseducated and they are the new $1 million slaves. Why do you think they call it the NFL owners?
Okay.
The team they can play on, when they can play, can they be traded? Come on, James. It's a game. And so they let you stand out by themselves. So that means now you're going to stand up there with your degree now from Penn State or from the University of Michigan, and you're playing for the NFL team, and they're going to be playing this song, and you're going to stand up there and smile. Wow, you are a $1 million slave. Okay, I'm through. I've had it.
San Antonio global listeners, we're talking to the man himself with information. Listen, pay attention to what he's saying. Mr. Cross.
Yes, sir.
Share with us right now how one can be able to get a hold to your book.
Well, thank you, and I really appreciate it, man. If I feel like if I'm going off the top, if I'm going off, man, I'm just passionate about this because I live in D.C. and I'm looking at this stuff firsthand. I don't know if anybody, the rest of the country know about it, but Washington, D.C. is not Chocolate City anymore. And it's like, boy, they're pouring in by the thousands every week. And they're taking over block by block. Well, that's amazing. Well, if the money was there for them to reconstruct this thing in the last 20 years, why is it now they're being reconstructed and now that these white people are moving in? I'm looking at this. I'm here. I've been here for 5 years, and I see the difference. They're flooding this place, and black people, it's not Chocolate City anymore.
Okay.
The next thing is, if I gave my book, you can get it on Amazon.com. Of course, you can get it from me. Yours is on the way, an autographed copy. If I sent you the PDF, but you've already probably read some of it. They can get it on Amazon, and they can get it on Kindle, the new Kindle book. I noticed some of the intellectual friends are downloading it from Kindle. Or they can get it directly from me. I'm very easy. I ain't trying to hide. My telephone number is public. They can go on Facebook and hit me at Bert Cross 2. So I'm out there everywhere. They can also call the radio station, and you could give them my address or give them my telephone number. I'm coming out now. People begin to start asking me to come out and speak, and for most people that's going to be a mistake because I'm going to come up against their ignorance. I'm not coming up there to entertain people. I'm not coming into these churches and into these halls to sit there and just give. I'm sitting there coming to challenge them that say they need to get up off of their blessed assurance and they need to start taking control of their life, their family, and their personal life. And so, yes, they can call you, and you can give them the information. Like you said, they can hit me on Facebook. I'm the easiest man to find. So, you know, yes, they can get it in, but they need to get it.
All right.
They said James, they said if you want to hide something from a black man, put it in a book. You know what? I am so upset because when I first heard that when I was at TSU,
okay. We have 30 seconds. We have 30 seconds.
That's kind of right.
Yes, sir.
But the only problem that I'm having now with my book, I notice there's a certain kind of people that looks at it, and even the educators, they may buy it, but they won't read it. And if they read it, they'll just burn through it. Okay. You know, it seems like that we are having we're working so hard to build up the other people's communities and their business and stuff, that we don't even want to know information that's going to even cause us to pull ourselves out of the situations that we're in.
Okay,
so,
Mr. Cross. Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, we got 10 seconds. Okay, once again, how can we get a hold to your book?
You can, first of all, they can call you to get the address. That's the first thing. Of course, you can go get it through Amazon and Kindle and CreateSpace.
Okay. San Antonio.
And they can also email me at my name, Bert Crossworks, WORKS @gmail.com. Very easy. It's my name, and of course it's my work. So it's Bert, BERT, Crossworks @gmail.com. And then of course they can order through that. But it's on the main site, Amazon and Kindle.
Okay. San Antonio, global listeners, we've been talking to Mr. Bert Cross. He's not only a doctor, a professor at a university, he's an entrepreneur. And here's one of his songs that should have hit the Grammy Awards. So stay tuned.
This is BC2 and the Holy Kids. We getting ready to do this biblical exercise. Hey, 1, 2, 3.
Can you say with me the books of the Bible?
This is BC2 and the Holy Kids. We getting ready to do.
You are listening to the promo version of the Books of the Bible song.
3.
Can you say with me the books of the Bible? Can you say with me the books of the Bible?
Get ready, here we go now.
Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, Joshua.
You are listening to the promo version of the Books of the Bible song.
Somebody kick that New Testament with me.
Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, Acts, Romans, 1st and 2nd Corinthians.
You are listening to the promo version of the Books of the Bible song.
In a BTUR sunshine band.
Stay with me.
Psalms 119 verse 105 says,
God's word is a lamp.
yeah.
And a light to my feet.
Oh yeah.
God's word is a lamp.
You are listening to the promo version of the Books of the Bible song.
It's the word of God.
Every chapter.
It's the word of God. Oh.
Every verse.
It's the word of God.
You are listening to the promo version of the Books of the Bible song.
Fool with
I
it now.
know it. I know
For
it.
sure.
I know it. I know
Let's
it.
go.
I know the books of the Bible. It's the word of God. It's the word.
You are listening to the promo version of the Books of the Bible song.
The books of the Bible.
Come on, somebody, and lift up your voice and scream unto the Lord. Hey. Do you know the books of the Bible?
You are listening to the promo version of the Books of the Bible song. For the complete MP3 version of this song, please visit www.bertcross2.com.
Keith, let's go back and do some of the old ones.
Yeah, let's take them back down to the
Is that all right? Y'all put your hands together like this. Come on. I know it was the blood. I know it was the blood. Y'all remember that? Come on, help your hand. I know it was the blood. Save me. One day when I was lost, He died on the cross. Yeah, I know it was the blood saved me.
songs.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You got to know these old songs, young people.
Come on.
That's what I'm saying. Of this little light of mine,
Come on.
I'm gonna let it shine. If you know it, help me sing it. Oh, this light of mine. Good God, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, this light of mine. Oh, we got some country folks up in here. Yeah, let it shine.
Look at here. I'm getting ready to take them way back now. They sang that one, but I'm going to see if they know this one. This is one my grandmama used to sing back when I was a little boy. Anybody remember this? Hush, hush, somebody's calling my name. Yeah. Be quiet, y'all. Somebody, yeah, calling my name. Hush it first now. Hush, y'all. Somebody calling my name. Oh, my Lord. Oh, my Lord. What shall I do? Hey.
Now, coming up as a young man, my Uncle Pete loved these gentlemen. The Nightingales been singing over 50 years. They had an old song that says, I want to be at the meeting.
I thought y'all was ready to have sex. Come on.
I want to be at the meeting.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to be at the meeting. Melvin, help me now.
When all the saints get home, well, after separating, yeah, the right from the wrong, yeah, I want to be at the meeting around the throne.
Now, another one of my favorites, Reverend Howard Slim Hunt. Very spiritual man, the Lord called him home. But he liked the old song that says, by and by, oh, the morning comes. We'll all the same. You remember the lead singer, Scotty Lowe? God. Yes, sir. Tell the story. How we overcome. One thing. We'll understand better. Oh!
But you know what, Keith? One of my favorites is one that the Williams brothers did.
Oh, I remember this.
Can I do one of the Williams brothers' favorite? Listen. He'll understand. He'll understand. I said he'll understand, yeah.